Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you coming to the show. It's been a minute. I took a hiatus. I was out of the loop for a couple months because I had a couple dragons to slay. Life just got in the way, but I'm back. 2023, it's all about you and me. We are here to embrace our truth, your truth. And I'm Grace from Embrace the Grace. And this is a channel where you're going to hear the uncomfortable conversations. You're going to see the awkwardness of how people think. And we're going to talk about it because when we know better, we do better. And this is not a place where we judge. This is not a place where we be disrespectful. The topics will bring you enlightenment, you'll evolve, you'll elevate, and it's just a matter of embracing it. I do want to do a disclosure. I am not a licensed therapist, I am not a psychiatrist, but I am an expert in life. The things that I have gone through, the things that I have seen other people gone through. So I'm just being real. I'm just being me. I'm just being Grace. And whoever knows me personally or knows me from afar, that I really do try to keep it real as much as I can. I'm not perfect. Okay. I'm every day, I'm a work in progress. I'm always trying to handle myself more gracefully versus the other side. But anyway, with that being said, so what are we talking about tonight? What we're talking about tonight is better dating, better dates. Because as a lot of us know who are out there in the dating pool, the dating right now is trash. Okay. It's just different. Yeah, I'm an old head. Yeah, I still have a lot of traditional and old school ways about me. But I also have, come up with the today's way of thinking, but it's not going to change my blueprint. I can make adjustments and I can tweak it, but I'm not going to change who I am. But I'm always working to become a better person. And I've heard so many people say, I never get that second date, or I barely get asked out. I barely don't have a relationship. Guys don't want to commit. Look, I'm in the same race as any of you guys. But look, what I want to also make clear is that this is not for the people who are just smashing and dashing, who hitting and running. I want to talk to the grown folks, to the open-minded folks who want to sincerely learn how to have better dates, how to get that second dates. And for all my married couples out there, a lot of it may not apply, so let it fly. But there are things that you can do within your marriage to keep it spicy, to keep it fun and exciting. It never stops, guys. It never stops for my married ones, for my single ones. But this is really about for the people who are out here dating with a purpose, with intention, and want to meet that person and build with them and have a life with them. So let's get it. First thing I want to do is I want to say hi to my girl Sheba, which AKA Nunu to me. So listen, she's been on this train ride with me since day one, and I'm telling you, you coming with me. So she's here, right? Thank you for coming. I appreciate the support. And of course, my boy Dave Paul in the house. He's one of the most hottest up and coming hip hop artists in Miami. So please go check him out. Okay. And not only is he that, but he's one of my closest friends. Guys, I'm new to this. So if I have any technical difficulties, or if I have anything going on, excuse it. We're building this plane as we fly, as rest in peace, my boy Kevin Samuels used to say. Okay, I don't have enough subscribers as of yet, but I will, because I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting it, that this, with your support and with my content, this is going to blow up. And we're going to be around here embracing things all the time. So, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, don't be shy. The Cash App, Embrace the Grace 23. All monetary support is appreciated, because you know what? I've learned from doing this that it does take time. It takes equipment. It takes a lot of things. So, hey, do what you got to do, but you don't have to. I have the link already put up there. So if anybody wants to join me in the conversation, once we get deep into it, come up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So now, with all that being said, I got to give a shout out. I got to give a shout out to my boy, Paul. Thank you for coming to the show. I really appreciate it. Much love, much, much love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, it's very important to keep the flow going. So, okay. So I was talking to one of my boys. We were having a conversation, and I'm always constantly looking for conversation and ideas and topics to talk about. And he brought up a topic, be like, yo, you really need to put out there, because I'm tired of going on these lame ass dates and these chicks don't know how to act. I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. So he gave me his perspective. He gave me his feedback. I take notes. If anybody knows me, I stay with a notebook. I stay with index cards. I don't just come up here and talk my shit. I try to be reasonable with the information that I'm putting out there. I have my statistics, I have my information, I do my research, and a lot of people who know me, this is a spin-off from the great Kevin Samuels, because that man was trying to bring communities together, bring people together, and I was down with him. I was down with his audacity and tenacity of what he was trying to do. Yes, to anybody who knows me, I am an advocate for men. I'm an advocate for men because at a very early age, I was taught how to value and respect men. I grew up a tomboy, so I was always around guys. So I really learned and observed their behaviors. And then I was a daddy's girl. So he raised me to do a lot of guy things that I love till this day. So, and most importantly, I have a son. So I have vested interest in this. Okay? So let's get it, guys. So the biggest question is, and this is for the men and the ladies, what are you supposed to do as a woman when you're out on a date? Or when you're out with your man and your woman, your wife or your husband, there is an etiquette. There are some do's and some don'ts. So I went around for a couple weeks and I asked questions to the women and to the men, to the ladies, to the jits, to the younger generations, to the old heads, and I compiled all this information and I put it together so we can talk about it. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go with some of the answers that the men put out there. And if you guys disagree or have something to add or want to say something, please, by all means, come on up here. Let's talk about it. You don't even have to cam up. You could just be talking through a microphone. We don't have to see your face, but I do want interaction. I do want engagement. And if I don't get it, that's okay too. 1 month you don't stop the show, it's still going to go on gracefully. But anyway, let's hear some of the answers. These are just some of the answers that I got. I have more information coming through, but this is some of the answers that I got. And remember, this applies to first dates. This applies if you're out with your man. This applies if you're out with if you're out with your husband. Okay, so ladies, listen, learn, have an open mind, because obviously what you've been doing hasn't been working. And to continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result, as the great Albert Einstein would say, that's insanity. Trust me, I had to change my ways. I had to think outside the box. I had to date outside the box. So with that being said, here are some of the answers that men were coming at me with. If none of you ladies know, the biggest thing with men is respect. The way you show love to a man, the way you show that you're serious about him, either in a co-worker relationship, friendship, family, men want to be shown respect. So when you're out with your man, or you're on a first date, or you're out with your husband, I'm putting it all out there, you have to show him respect. They want to be respected. They want to feel respected. Number two, they want attention. I think that just because we women, that we just want attention, we have to stop thinking about just us and us women. Hello, there's another person sitting across the table. Think about it. They want attention too. They want to be shown attention just like we do. Now, I know this may be hard for a lot of women, but again, keep an open mind. You have to cater to him. I can tell you some things that I do on a date. A lot of my friends say I be doing too much, but you know what? I get successful dates. I get second dates. So I guess what I'm doing is showing results. But he wants to be catered to. So far we've covered respect, attention, and catered to. He wants to be shown love. Now, I understand if you're on a first date, you're not going to show love. But if you're out with your man and you out with your husband, show him love. Grab his hand, flirt with him. Keep it spicy. Another thing that's and this is funny, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. These men are tired. These men are tired of these women being inconsiderate. Ladies, you gotta be mindful. Stop ordering shit that you ain't never ate before, that you don't even know how to pronounce. Okay? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. They look at that. They look at what you order. It's inconsiderate. It's a first date and you're ordering a $200 steak. That's not cool at all. Because some of y'all punk asses probably don't even have $200 to even order that food for your damn self. So why would you put that pressure on a man? And I'm telling you, I'm speaking to you how some of these men have spoken to me and want me to put it out there. And I'm putting it out there how they want me to put it out there, because it's important that you guys listen. Ladies, listen to the men. Y'all be going for advice about men to women. Women ain't gonna tell you nothing. Okay? If you want advice about men, go to a man. They're gonna tell you the real deal. Be mindful, because I'm telling you right now, they're looking at that. And you know what, I've always heard this. Don't order shit on the fucking side of the menu. Excuse my language, but again, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. How dare you, some of y'all be ordering lobster, can't even pronounce filet mignon, crab legs. Come on, man, that's not cool. And they look at that. Be mindful, be considerate. It's okay to allow the man to order for you. It's okay. But don't do that, ladies, because it's not a good look. If you don't know if he can afford that. And I'm sick of this young generation. It's all about money, 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 money. Isn't a date the purpose is to get to know that person? I got Joe in the house. How you doing, Joe? Thank you for coming in. Everybody knows my blue hearts. That's my trademark. I will be having merch down the road, but blue is my favorite color, and the blue hearts, y'all see it in my Embrace the Grace name. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Then I got my girl Shiva again giving me the 100. So I guess you're agreeing with what I have to say so far. So again, back to the be mindful. Stop ordering shit that you usually wouldn't eat. Stop being inconsiderate. That's not cool. Now, if you're married and that's your man, that's different. Again, if it applies, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if it does apply, utilize it. Another big one that the men were telling me is stay off the phone. You're on a date. You have no business being on the phone when you're on a date. How are you getting to know that person if I'm working on the cursing, guys. I really am. But it gets me. How are you supposed to get to know somebody if you're constantly on your phone? It's rude, it's disrespectful, and it's inconsiderate. And again, this goes for both men and women. But these are some of the answers that the men are giving me. Stay off the phone. Of course, you let somebody know where you're at, your location in case of anything. For those that have children, okay, you can have your phone on vibrate and check your phone periodically. But come on, y'all know how y'all can be. This is why we're socially awkward. We don't know how to have conversations anymore. We don't know how to engage because we are constantly in our phones. And look, I'm guilty of it too. I was an animate texter because I worked talking all day and then to come home and talk, and I got checked respectfully, and I had to change my ways. Again, if you know better, you do better. So after tonight, there should be no excuses. And anybody who sees this show, I would really appreciate to hear your stories and see if I can get results from this show. Apply what I'm talking about, and let me know how y'all dates went. But anyway, let me stay on track. Stay off the phone. Stay off the phone. Another one that somebody told me was don't be flirtatious with others. You're on a date with a person and you're worried about what's going on around you. You're worried about who's looking at you. You're worried. You both y'all, men and women, should have tunnel vision. So and a gentleman actually used that term. I need that female to have tunnel vision, and that's where again, if you put it all together, you're showing him respect, you're being considerate, you're being mindful, you're showing him attention. You can't be out here flirting with others, giving your number out while he's at the bathroom. And trust me, it has happened. I have heard stories. The man goes to the bathroom, another man steps up and try to holler. You don't entertain that while you're on a date. You're on somebody else's time. And I need you guys to understand that it's some of the things that this new generation do, it's not cool. And it's not behooving of the human race. We really can act shitty towards each other. Okay, so another one that was put on me is, ladies, y'all gotta dress classy. Okay, you gotta dress tastefully. You don't be out here dressing like a hoe. Don't be out here dressing like you going to the club. Look your best. Wear what appeals to you and what appeals to men. You know, color and style that works well with you. You have to leave things to the imagination. You know why men don't get excited about lingerie? Do you know why the sales in Victoria's Secret went down? It's because y'all be wearing this shit outside in the streets. There's nothing left to the imagination anymore. Yeah, you could show a little cleavage. Yeah, you could wear a nice fitting dress. But come on, y'all just go too far with it. You're not giving this man any reason to take you seriously. You're not giving any reason for this man to want to take you out again, because if that's how you dress on an everyday basis, the one thing he's just going to think about is to smash and dash. He's not going to think about trying to build with you or trying to be with you. And I'm keeping it real, guys. This is information that was given to me, that was asked to relay to you ladies. Okay? Another one is be feminine. And I'm constantly have to work on this, guys, because even with my New York accent, I sound masculine. But ladies, stay in your femininity. Be feminine. And the way that I've learned that I can remain feminine, if I allow the man to be the man. If he wants to order for you, let it be. He'll ask you, what do you like? If he suggests something, it's okay. It's okay to disagree, but allow yourself to be and remain in your femininity while you're looking pretty and beautiful and being mindful to him and paying him attention. Okay? Another one that was told to me is don't waste their time. You know, men have things to do as well as women do. They have jobs, they have families, they have kids, and they took the time to ask you out. They took the time to get dressed as well. They took the time to pick you up or whatever the case may be. Don't waste their time. Stop going out with a man that you know you're not interested in simply for the free meal. Look, I'm guilty of that as too. I did that while I was in college. It is what it is, but you live and you learn. Because we all know that people date to have a relationship, to build on something, or to have sex. And it is just has to, don't waste their time. And listen to them. When they're talking and they're asking you questions, let the conversation flow. It's not an interview. Engage in the conversation. It's okay to relax and have a good time. Just chill. That's why you should be off the phone. Do you see like all these answers that the men have given me all coincide and can be wrapped up in a nice with bow and ribbon? Relax and have a good time. Okay? So with that being said, I'm just gonna keep and again, a lot of this can go back to the women to the men as well. But now I'm gonna move on to the women. Okay, let's see what the women had to say, how they want the men to act when they're on a first date. I just wanna I got Dave again. He said preach. So you must be liking what I have to say, and I appreciate that. Then I have Mr. Robinson said eye to eye. Thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share because it's only going to get better, guys. And hopefully, if you want to get to know me a little bit better, go back and watch the videos that I've made. I've made some good stuff, you know. So go ahead and dig into that. But now let's see what the women have to say to you men. Now, this is what women said, how they would like for the men to act. And nobody's perfect here. Women want men to be a gentleman. And unfortunately, a lot of these men weren't taught how to be gentlemen. And it's sad, but you know what? You can Google everything. I mean, you can learn. Be a gentleman. Don't act hood. Don't. I mean, if you hood, that's okay, but you got to tone it down. Again, the same thing goes for you men. Be respectful. I'm a big one on this one. I need my guy to be dressed nice, smell good. I'm going to see if you got you a fresh tape and went to the barbershop to take me out on this date. I want to see just like you guys look at the effort that women take on how they look, us women, we look too. We have eyes too, guys. And there was a reason why we agreed to go on a date with you. So I need y'all men to dress nice. I hate y'all men in your mid-30s and 40s. Stop wearing Jordans all the time. I hate when I see a man in a suit and wear Jordans. Who said that shit was okay? If you dress casual, okay, that's cool. But if you're on a first date, come on, we gotta step our game up. We really do. And y'all men too. Women want you guys to have a good time. They want you guys to engage in conversation as well. And listen, a lot of it, like Mr. Robinson said, is eye to eye. You know, we have to behave accordingly. Again, if you're married and you out with your man, all this shit applies, man. People get too comfortable in relationships, and that's why things die down, and that's why things get boring. That's why things, you start looking at other stuff because we stop doing the things that we did to get the person. And it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't. Women, they need that tunnel vision too from you men. They want your focus to be only focused on them. Stop worrying about your phone. Stop worrying about your homeboys. Stop worrying about who's looking around. Stop looking over your shoulders. Hopefully your baby mama ain't coming through. Hopefully your wife ain't coming through, because that ain't cool. And it has happened. It has happened. Y'all ain't seen the show Cheaters. It was some real life type shit. And that's not cool. And another thing is, stay real. Don't be or talk negative. I'm real big on energy and vibration and the frequency level that I'm with a person. And that matters. That matters because that's how the date's gonna flow. Please don't talk about your ex. Don't talk about your sorry ass baby daddy or baby mama, because you know what? That makes you look bad. If you had a relationship with somebody that's sorry, then you're sorry too. That's how I'm gonna look at you. If I see you bashing your baby mama or your wife, you trying to get sympathy from me. And I'm not there for that. I'm there to get to know you. I'm there to have good conversation. I'm there to eat good food and have a good time and see if we can get on this second date. And don't go deep into the future. Some people sit there and talk about how many kids they want to have. They want to be married. That's too much too soon. Yes, you're trying to get to know somebody. Yes, you want to know what they're about. But there's just some areas that you gotta pump the brakes. You gotta slow down. Live in the moment, in the present. The past is the past. Eventually, if it starts getting serious enough and you start spending more time with that person, things will come up. But I do need to say a disclosure. It is not the responsibility of that other person to fix you. It is not the responsibility of that other person to unpack your heavy ass luggage. It can help you fold, but that's the responsibility on y'all. You have to do the work. Enjoy the present and enjoy the moment. Okay? So does anybody have anything to say as of yet? Does anybody want to add on to what I said? Again, I put the link up there. I can put it again. Hold on. I'll put the link up there, and whoever wants to come up and talk about it with me, or say their 2 cents, come on up. Let's talk about it. Let's embrace this. Let's have better dates in 2023. So then when is it? Oh, hold on. When is it time? I don't understand. I don't understand the question, Trayton. What's what time? I don't talk to me. I don't understand what you're trying to ask. Oh, and another big one, because I got a whole bunch of notes. It's not over yet, guys. I got some good stuff, but be on time. That shit is whack. Punctuality is a characteristic that most people value and appreciate. These men are tired of waiting on us to be dressed. These men are tired of us being late. It's not cool. Again, it shows a disrespect. It shows that you're inconsiderate. It shows that you're not being mindful. It shows that you don't appreciate that person's time. Remember what I said before. Man don't want to have his time wasted. Okay. I got my girl Myrna in the house. How you doing, honey? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay. Let people know. Embrace the Grace is back out here in these YouTube streets, trying to do better so we can trying to get y'all to know better so we can do better and we can become better versions of ourselves. But tonight is all about having better dates. And I don't care if it's a straight date, if it's a heterosexual date, gay date. It is what it is. We just got to behave better. We got to do better because obviously what's going on right now, a lot of you guys don't want to admit it, don't want to see it, but the shit is trash right now. It really is. Okay, so Myrna said, "Hi, beautiful. Hi, baby. How are you? Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it." And that blue heart, I got it. Okay, so Mr. Robinson asked, "When is it time to talk about exes?" When is it time? I think it's time. Definitely not on the first date. Okay, but I would say maybe on a phone conversation, or if you ask about an experience that somebody had, like, let me give you a perfect example. I was talking to I was talking to this guy, and I asked him, has he ever been cheated on? And he said yes. And I said, okay, well, tell me a time when that happened. And he took the time to tell me. And he was very explicit, very descriptive. And you guys, a lot of women think that men don't feel, that men don't have feelings out here, that they don't get hurt, that they're not emotional. Women, y'all need to stop that. And I heard him tell me the story, and I would ask questions. So what did you do? Oh, I would ask, how did you feel about that? What did you learn from that? Because you wanna pick their brain, you want to know their thought process, you want to know if they're healed, you want to know if they moved on, you want to know if they're ready to date again. Because that's another big mistake that we do. We break up and we jump right into another relationship. Now it's okay. There's a term that I learned called serial dating. If you're single, that's okay. That doesn't mean you're sleeping with everybody that you're dating, but you're getting to know. It's like when you go shopping. You're shopping, but there comes a time where you have to chill and get to know one person. And I spoke to a guy once that said, I won't date a woman that's serial dating. And I said, why? And I was very interested in his answer because I, at the time, was serial dating. He was like, because he said to me, I can't take that woman seriously. She's trying to spread herself thin, and I don't know if she's really into me. And that goes to show the world that we live in. We have too many options. Have you ever gotten down the cereal aisle at a grocery store and be like, God damn, I remember when it was just Raisin Bran, cornflakes, Fruit Loops, and Cocoa Pebbles. Now you got a whole It's just too many options. So, Mr. Robinson, we're answering your questions. I think it should come definitely after the first date, and it should come in the flow of conversation, not like, so, like, let me tell you how I do it. I ask, so when was your last relationship? And let's say they tell me about a year. I'm like, okay, so that now I'm calculating. So this person's been single for a year. Usually that's good ample time to get over somebody or move on. And then my next question would be is, so how long did that relationship last? And then the last person I asked, they told me the relationship was over about a year, and they were in a relationship for about a year. And I'm like, okay, so they tried, it wasn't a long-term relationship, but these are things important. And then if you feel more comfortable, you can ask, so what happened? Why did you guys break up? Now, I feel, well, I don't want to use the word I feel. I think that if a person is okay talking about with what happened, they're okay with what happened. They're not holding on to any grudges. They're not holding on to any anger. They're not holding on to any hurt, because it's that other person has a right to know what happened. I mean, they don't have to know every detail, but it's okay. It's okay to share. It's okay to let a person know what happened. Vulnerability is sexy. It was hard for me to be vulnerable with people because it takes trust. But if you out here trying to date with a purpose and with intention and trying to spend your life with a person, there comes a time when you have to become vulnerable. Um, what else can I talk about? Be aware of the present conversation. Have logical conversation. Again, it's not like an interview. You can't, well, this, did you want this? Do you want that? It's a turnoff. It's a turnoff. It really is. Just go with the flow. Talk about your hobbies. Talk about what you like to do for fun. Talk about what's your favorite food. Like, there's one question that I love. I love a man that knows how to cook. Because one way to my heart is through my stomach. And I'll ask, so what's your go-to dish? If I was to come over for dinner and you're trying to impress me, what's your go-to dish? I like a person that's specific. I like a person that's ready with the answer, because that shows me that they're confident, that they know what they're doing. Don't be evasive. Don't try to tiptoe around the question. Answer the question. One guy answered the question with me talking about, oh, it depends the mood that I'm in. It depends. What? What? Are you are you serious right now? I want to appreciate Sarah. I just got her to subscribe. I appreciate that. That just popped up on my screen. Thank you. If you're watching, thank you again. Okay. You and me have had a lot of conversations about your relationship and stuff, and on a lot of it I was right. Again, I'm not a licensed therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I just been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I've researched a lot. So, with that being said, I just hope that you guys are able to embrace me and trust what I'm trying to tell you to make you a better person. This is not so much, I didn't bring a lot of statistics into this because I really wanted you guys to feel me and really understand that there are people out here who are trying to date with a purpose and trying to date with intentions. And y'all out here wilding out, wilding the fuck out. And that's not cool. That is not cool at all. And there's another one that I want to talk to you about is, don't drink too much on a first date. First of all, that's not ladylike. That's if the man is not even drinking, you shouldn't be drinking either. That's how I say it. I see it. If he didn't order a drink, you shouldn't be drinking either. And let me tell you something. I teach my son this. I said, when you get old enough and you're dating, monitor how much she's drinking. Because you know what? That's the chick you don't want to go upstairs with, especially if it's a first date. God forbid something happens and now the next day she regrets what she did and now she want to holler something else. No. Make sure she gets home safe. Walk her to the door, leave your car running, and outie. Yep, I teach my son game because why I want to keep him safe because I've seen how these new generation chicks act. And you know what? I'll be damned. Limit yourself to 2 drinks and drink water in between. And please don't order a drink more expensive than him. Again, it goes with being mindful and being considerate. Yeah, it's a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of thoughtfulness that goes into this because you know what? We're working towards getting that second date. We're working towards a relationship. And we want to make a good first impression because the first impression is a lasting impression. But what I don't want you guys to do that a lot of people do is the bait and switch. They put up their representative and they put their best foot out and they just say all the right things and do all the right things at the beginning and just reel you in real good. They reel you in. Oh yeah, this female, she perfect. Oh my God, he is so awesome. I think I love him. And then 3, 4 months down the road, you're like, huh? Where did he do that at? We're so concerned about how much money he's going to spend on the date. We're so concerned about where he's going to take us. We're so concerned, but are we even concerned about getting to know the person? Let me go back to my comments. I don't want to think that I'm ignoring you guys. So Mr. Robinson said not too aggressive. And then Parker's Playhouse, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Blue hearts showing me love. And Robinson must have liked what I said because he's giving me blue hearts, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But yeah, and you know what? I didn't until I heard Kevin Samuels say this, I didn't know about the drinks, but I was already doing that, but I didn't realize that men do notice that. There's a lot of women, there's a lot of women out here. Y'all alcoholics. Y'all can down 3, 4, 5, 6 glasses of wine with no problem on a first date. I mean, if you're with your man and you're with your husband, okay, that's cool. But on the first date, I mean, are you trying to get to know him or are you trying to drain him? What are we really doing out here? And the last thing you want to do is drink too much and then end up doing something that you'll regret the next day. So that's not cool. Another thing that I think it's acceptable is it's okay to flirt. It's okay to flirt and make jokes, but don't take it sexually. Leave sex off the table. Delay on sex, I feel, as long as you can. Keep focus on getting to know the person. Excuse me. The sex is going to come. We all know that. And you know what? There are times where the vibe is so good and things are clicking and it does happen and it has happened. And I'm not saying that you're wrong for that. But again, we're trying to get that second date. You didn't give it up on the first night. You know, a lot of men nowadays say they don't look at a woman different. They don't think anything of it, but they still in the same breath talking about body count. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of a catch 22. And let me tell you something, and I've asked men that if you sleep with a woman on a first night, one guy told me, oh, then she must do it with every guy she goes out with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it's not necessary for it to happen. You can be flirtatious, you can flirt, you can kiki and bat your eyes and touch the arm and you know what I'm saying? But come on, man. You're on a date to get to know somebody and have a good time. And we just gotta keep it, we gotta keep the energy clear and fun and not stressed out. Like, oh my God, does she like me? Why does she order so much? And da 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 da. And why is she on her phone? Oh well. Oh, and one of the worst things, and I know a lot of women hate this, is when you're on a date and a man gets a phone call and you get up to go have a conversation and you come back 5, 10 minutes later. Nah, that's not cool. You could put your phone on airplane mode. And I understand that emergency happens and people have kids and whatnot. You can simply just answer the phone and be like, "Hey, I'm busy right now. Are you okay?" They'll say, "Okay, let me call you back in about an hour." And done. That's being considerate. But to sit there and have a conversation, to get up and walk away to go have a conversation and come back 5, 10 minutes later, I would leave. I would. I mean, if he says, "Hey, this is my job and this and that," if you leave me at the table for more than 10 minutes, I'm out. That's why a lot of the times I like to drive and meet you there, especially if it's a first date, because of the unknown, because of the world that we live in. It's not like you like the old school where you can have a man come pick you up. And guys, gentlemen, it's okay to bring flowers. It's okay to show that you actually like the female. I mean, you asked her on a date because you liked her. These old school things still work, people. They really do. I'm a person, I appreciate that. And I've seen where some men go to the house and they blow their horn. And the girl's supposed to, no, you're supposed to walk up. Back in the days, the father would come answer the phone. I mean, the door. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the scene on Bad Boys? I mean, come on. We got to do better. And now after tonight, y'all going to know better. So there's no excuse for y'all not to do better and have results and have good dates and have fun. Do fun stuff. Oh, another rule of thumb, guys. Movies on a first date, unacceptable. How are you supposed to get to know a person on a first date if you're at a movie? Hello? Exactly. It's okay to just, hey, do you feel like let's go get some ice cream and go walk on the beach? That's okay. Because if you're feeling the person, that shouldn't be a big deal. It doesn't mean that the person has to spend and drop $200, $300 every time they go out with you. That's not right and it's not fair. And what the biggest thing that trips me out is we got all these modern women, independent women. I don't need no man. I don't need that. But you expect him to pay on the first date. See how contradicting that is? Now, what I was taught by my father was I always make sure I bring money with me, just in case of any fuckery. just in case, you know, that old trick. Oh, I left my wallet at home. Oh, woo, 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 this and that. Because I'm not doing dishes. I'm not dining and dashing. I will kindly ask the waiter. Now, I would pay, but you won't see me again. Now, if he suggests that we go Dutch and he's paying, I'm cool with that. I am. But I feel at the end of the day, if you asked me out, then you should be paying. And there have been times where I've asked a guy out and I paid. Ladies, it's okay to do that. That's another reason why men don't care about our money. Men don't care how much money we have because we don't spend it on them anyway. That's why they don't care. You want elaborate gifts and you want this and you want that, but what do you do for your man? Buy him underwears? Buy him the same old tired ass cologne? Again, ladies, men like shit too. Men like things too. If you get to know your man well enough, you'll know what he likes. You'll know what awesome gift to get him. Not the same old tie, the same old stuff that come on, it's not cool. You're here out here with your hand out expecting a Birkin bag, expecting to be taken out to dinner to Ruth Chris. But what do you do for him? What do you do for him? Is he not worth it? Especially if he's your man, especially if he's your husband and he's a good guy. Because if he's not a good guy, then what? Then we need to look at you and why are you with that person? If she's not a good female, then we need to look. You know. But again, I'm going to try not to go over an hour. I'm not getting any participation. Nobody's coming up on the panel, and that's okay. You know, you guys are just getting to know me. You guys are, you know, like I said, this is the first time I've been on YouTube for a minute. You know, I had to take a hiatus. I really just appreciate everybody that's come in here to, and I really hope that the ones that are single out here are taking my advice, will take my advice, and will apply what I'm talking about. And let me know. Let me know if it works. Let me know if you got results. Let me know if you got laid. I mean, shit, let me know. Leave it in the comments. You know, you can always comment back later because I will preview this show again on YouTube. Let me know, you know. All I know is at the end of the day, we got to do better. We got to put these phones down. We got to start having conversations. We got to start doing fun things and not expecting somebody to drop $500, $700, $800. That's unrealistic expectations. And us women, we got to stop with that. And men too, you want the baddie. You want this and you want that. But you fat. You broke. I mean, come on. You know, and reciprocation is big. Reciprocation is big. So what else can I say? Again, don't diss your baby daddy, your ex-husband or whatever, because you only look like a fool. Stay in the present, don't go in the past, and look to the future. Ooh, that sounded good. That sounded good. Hold on, I gotta take a sip on that. Okay. Stay out of the past, stay in the present, and look to the future. Embrace that. Embrace that. Oh, yeah, in Fiji, you know, that's all I drink. So if you want to go ahead and sponsor me, I'll gladly take it. But don't come at me later when I got 1 million subscribers and then you trying to do it. You better get in now where you fit in, okay? That's some jokes, baby. You know I gotta have, I gotta have fun with this. I gotta have fun. But yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to my homeboy Lamar. He's the one that brought up this topic that I should have brought it out here because the men need to know what women expect, and the women need to know what the men expect. And this is really for my ladies out here. We got to do better. We got to dress better. We got to act better. I'm talking loud, cursing. Let the man open the door for you. I don't need you to open no door for me. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Mr. Oh, look at Myrna said, "Uh-oh, no, I'm not gonna drink on my live tonight. I'm just drinking water, Myrna, but maybe later I'll go live, you know where." And then my guy, Mr. Robbins, said, I'm definitely going to apply some. And you know what? I appreciate that. But go ahead and subscribe to me, Mr. Robinson, because I wanna know. I wanna know if some of these things work. I wanna see if I know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I know that I've applied these things on my dates and I have been successful. I'm still not in an exclusive relationship. I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm out here. But it is what it is. Just have fun. Get to know the person. Text them after the day. Make sure they got home safe. Text them the next morning, say it's okay. We play so many head games. Oh, I'm not gonna text her till she texts me. I'm not gonna do this. You might just fuck around and lose the best thing that came into your life because we want to act so hard. We want to wait until the other person jumps. You know what? There's been times where I put myself out there and the person didn't appreciate it. And you know what? I've learned to be like, that's their loss. Because I already know I've already embraced grace, and every day I'm trying to embrace grace for a better version of myself. But at the end of the day, it's about connection, and it's about staying connected. It's about being connected. It's important. You need to be connected mentally, emotionally, physically, and sexually. The finances will come later. Have those talks before you move in with somebody. Have those talks before you marry. So, do you guys remember when you used to have marital counseling before you got married, and the pastor had to determine whether you were compatible or not? Learn that other person's love language. What may be shown love to me may not be shown love to you or him or her. Everybody feels love differently. Um, Myrna gave me another blue heart. Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't forget, I got that Cash App too now. Don't be shy with the Cash App. Don't be shy. I got to go on dates too. And I got to do my research. And Robinson said, how? I don't understand. How what? I don't get the question. How what? So, with that being said, I'm hitting almost the 1 hour mark. I'm not gonna go. I mean, I stay as long as how good the live is, and if I had anybody on my panel, and I didn't, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't get in my feelings about that because I already know I'm Amazing Grace. So can't tell me different. I'm not perfect. But yeah, guys, tune into the next show. I'm not really sure when it's gonna be, but I'm out here. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Snap, WhatsApp. I'm out here. I'm trying to get exposed. My next topic is gonna be about why do women nowadays rather be single mothers than wives? What's going on with that? And there's a breakdown of our community because of that. And I know it's gonna get heated, but it's going to be a good one. Marry before you carry, marriage before the baby carriage. A child deserves to have both parents. It gives them a fighting chance. I'm not saying that everybody from single parent households are fucked up. I'm not saying that at all. But a child has a better chance to a better life when you have a mom and a dad under the same roof. Kids deserve to have their mother and their father on the same roof. But we're not going to get too much into that. So since nobody's been on the panel, nobody wants to come engage with me, which is okay. I'm going to go ahead and end the live. I really do appreciate for everybody that came in, showing me some love, gave me some blue hearts. I really appreciate that. For you guys that know me personally, I would definitely appreciate y'all feedback, what I could have done better, what I could have done better. I mean, I had a YouTube coach, but you know how that goes. Don't have him any longer, so I'm flying this plane solo. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. If you hear, you rocking with me. Whether it goes downhill or it goes uphill, you're still gonna rock with me. So with that being said, I'm gonna say good night. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to embrace you guys with my grace. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Mr. Robinson, I would be very, very interested in knowing your results with the things that I've spoken to here, and see if it works out better for you. So guys, y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Peace.